Fire up, nation!
Is this thing on? Is this thing on? Are we live? Woo! Fire up, nation! Ooh, fun. Friday. Free for all. That's fun, as in Fire Up Nation. You guys are getting it now. By now, you're getting it. Coming to you live from...
Chania.
Chania. Graclyn said it correctly.
Something like that.
She'll call it Chania later on today, because that's just what we call it. We call it Chania around here, but this is like a wonderful town in Crete, where we are and have been for the last several days. Guys, we're a little late. We're a little out of integrity, and why are we late?
We were having great conversation, and it was a beautiful sunset. Call it an excuse or call it living in the moment, but we were enjoying it, so we're here now.
Yeah, we're here now, and we love that. We're we're just excited to bring you a fun Friday free for all, where we sit here and ask each other questions and answer authentically from our hearts. And we're happy to be here with you. We're in a hotel today. I know you're used to much prettier views, but you know what? Like, just get with it. Like, get with these sailboats behind us. You know, come sail away with us. It's a magical mystery.
That's right. Voyage,
right? We're all on a journey, and let's just get centered around that, and we'll start it off. Graclyn, this is what I meant to ask you this last week.
Oh, I thought it was my turn.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh.
I'm sorry. Gosh, of course, ladies first, please.
Well, I keep looking at your reflection on this screen, and I think the first question that people would like answered is, how do you get that flow?
Oh,
how
man.
do you get that flow?
Guys, this flow, I mean, you don't just get that. That's just, that's God-given. So I don't know if you're going to be able to just go say, hey, barber, create me this kind of flow. But no, all seriousness, just don't cut your hair for several months and it'll probably look like this. So that's all I got there.
All right. I got it off my chest. What was your question?
Oh, okay. All right. I wanted to harken back to where we were a week ago. We had a really cool experience. We were told by a friend to go check something out. He said, you won't regret it. This will be really cool. And it was something we'd never done before. It's called hammam. And it's basically a Turkish...
Your mom?
Your mom. It's called your mom. No, it's called hammam. It's a Turkish bath, essentially. What did you think about that? I just thought it was such a cool experience. So I just want to get your take.
Oh, yeah. It was nice. It was something like I've never experienced before. Like, think of like a spa day and then delete most of that because it was very different. What was similar was like there was a massage at the beginning, which was quite nice, and then you go to the sauna, and then from there things really pivoted to a different experience of, it was like this cleansing feeling, I think is how I would describe it. You got exfoliated, but like head to toe, front to back, just everything, dead skin removed, and then it was like a body shampoo. So like you go to the hairdresser, you get a nice little scrub, or you go to massage. It's kind of different, but this was just like overall just like cleanse, and it was lovely.
Nice.
Yeah, it was quite lovely.
Quite lovely. Yeah, I never thought I'd enjoy getting scrubbed down by a man so much. I did. I enjoyed it. It was quite nice. So I'm gonna move this so we're a little bit more in the light here.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to.
Yeah. So Graclyn.
My turn.
Oh, sorry. Your turn.
All right. I would love to go back to yesterday or last Fun Friday Free for All. We posed the questions to everyone, and some of you are giving us some questions now, which we love. So
Woo!
Thank you very much.
Bring it.
And question from Laura and Lindsay Forster was, and I quote, I think, how are you going to bankroll Big Adventure Living? Which, side note, if any of you are unfamiliar with Big Adventure Living, that is the more travel arm of Fire Up Nation. So it's bringing our stories of our adventures of traveling, but I think generally it's probably the whole thing, the whole shebang. So how do we plan to bankroll that?
That's right, and you can go check out Big Adventure Living at bigadventureliving.com. That's our website that we built around it. As Graclyn described, Big Adventure Living is the travel lifestyle arm of Fire Up Nation. Fire Up Nation is the company that we're building. This is what, the passion that we found inside our hearts, what we want to bring to the world. It's about spreading light and love. It's about igniting the human spirit. It's about liberating from your self-imposed prison, what you think you're capable of, your programming and conditioning, and then reinvigorating your spirit and firing yourself up from the inside out, living from that space, being heart-centered. And then as we build community around that, we raise the vibrational frequency of this earth, and we all benefit. So it's about, planting seeds and creating ripples, and all of us coming together in unity and community, and that's gonna make the world a better place, and we really firmly believe that. So the question is, how are we gonna make the money with Big Adventure Living? How are we bankrolling this? And it's honestly a good question, because let's be very clear. We haven't monetized this much at all, and we've invested quite a bit. I worked as a consultant for 14 years at a high level, saved some money. Graclyn, worked as a high level consultant for 7 or 8 years, saved some money. We've pooled our resources. We have a bit of runway, but ultimately, the answer is we believe that the money will come because we're centered around what we're truly standing for and what we want in our life, and we're building a business with the not expectation, just the knowing that Fire Up Nation is a global movement. We have to invest a lot up front, and there will be a lot of money coming. And I also just want to tell that, or just like to note, basically, that we're really about giving back. We build our model around sharing with people and empowering others to get out there and follow their passion and purpose, because it's been so powerful for us, and we believe so strongly in the abundance that is versus the scarcity that people are telling you. There's only so much, you got to get yours, let's point the finger. That's all a lie, right? At the end of the day, we believe in abundance. We believe that we are all love and connected, and that if we get out there and we give, then it'll come back to us tenfold. So that's what we're standing on. That's what we're standing from. And so I guess the short answer, guys, is you'll just have to wait and see. And we plan to make a lot of money. So that's it.
And on that note, wait and see. But what is something that's coming down the pipeline that we're working on right now that is a great opportunity to both learn and invest in yourself and invest in what message you hear and give us an on there.
That's great. Yeah, and we're building a masterclass right now. It's called From Waiting to Winning. We are
workshopping it.
Yeah, we're workshopping it, but what's behind it is getting you and a plan of action to rally yourself around pursuing the passion that's inside your heart, actually giving you a tangible roadmap to that, and some ability to really critically think through it and to chunk it down into small steps, and to get your belief system and your support system rallied around it, and then also to give yourself some grace to acknowledge where you are and use that as your floor where you can springboard off of and go after your dreams. So we're excited to bring that to you, working hard on it right now. That's the From Waiting to Winning Masterclass, and we plan to have that for you as a live event in a month. So just get ready for that. The attention has been set.
That's right.
It's out there, Fire Up Nation. Come on, you guys got to attend this one. And we're excited about that. So yeah, that's just one way, that we're planning on making some money. Also, just if you want to, Big Adventure Living, we've got a place where you can donate if you're about spreading light and love in the world. You're supporting what we're doing. Also, there's some stuff that we're selling in our shop, and we're working on building that out. But we want you to know too that we're not just saying it, we're being about it. So anything that we bring in top line in our business, we plan to send half of that out in the way of just giving it back to the community, to our community, to help people self-improve, so to empower others to get out there and really seize what they want in life, and then also just causes that we as the Fire Up Nation community, which requires your weigh in, support. So if you have anything, please send it our way.
Perfect. I think that's all I got right now. Do you have any?
Oh my gosh, yeah, I got so many questions, Graclyn. So many. We were a little late because we were having a call with somebody that we love talking to. We talk to her on a weekly basis. It's our friend Heather. And I just wanted to ask you, what is it about just having like a weekly call and a touch base with somebody that can be so powerful when you're talking about real stuff that really matters in your life, when you're really touching on things that are inside your heart and really focusing on uncovering some truth that's inside you. What's your just experience with that, and how powerful is that to you?
It's very powerful. Heather is awesome. We love you, Heather. And generally I think what's coming to mind is that just like the consistency, one, of having somebody that's in your world, in your orbit, but not necessarily like me and you. We talk every day, but it's almost too close of a connection to really be able to have that. It's like somebody that's close with you that can see you and also can see progress, can see transformation over a period of time, can hold you accountable to things that are important that you've discussed in the past. There's just this element of connection from a distance that allows you to maybe see things and speak to a certain depth that maybe is outside of your immediate everyday, but that still is somebody that knows you and appreciates you and can see and wants the best for you and holds you to how the standards that you want to hold yourself to, of like, I can see you, I believe in you, and let's talk through some things and work through some things. So I think that that's my experience and what I appreciate from it, and also this idea of surround yourself with people of where you want to go. So just in a general sense, it's like, people that are doing the work, that have a vision, at least that they're trying to up level. We're trying to just up level our thoughts, our experiences. So just that connection with somebody that believes that for you and is holding you accountable to that.
Nice. And what would you say is one of your just key takeaways? Just lately. I mean, let's say in the last week. Like, what is something that you learned by getting with your A team, so to speak? Heather, you're definitely on our A team, and your A team is just a group of people that support you. They're honest with you. They are sounding boards for your true self, your highest and best self. They'll tell you like it is. They'll tell you when you're lying to yourself, when your ego is getting the best of you or in the way, and they'll tell you, they'll remind you of the greatness you are and the power that you have. So we have a pretty good A team. What's one big thing that you've really taken away, just even from the last week, or pick it last few weeks, of just something that you found very valuable
from my A team?
From your A team.
There's a lot of things, but what's holding true to me, or what's coming up most loudly, is just that your A team, again, is somebody that believes in you, wants you to be your best self, and believes in that version of you. So sometimes, we got a rut, you lose your faith, or you don't really see it, or can't muster up the energy to remember that about where you're going or who you are. Then I think, to me, the message that's come through the most is just hey, you got this, here's what I'm hearing that you're saying, or maybe where your struggles, or maybe a different way of just flipping what you're looking at or how you're experiencing it, and just remembering and reminding you to get back on track to you've always been there, you always know where you're going, and then sometimes it just is a switch that's you forget about it, or you just lose the faith long enough to get yourself down and out. And I think with an A team, it's like that person that just holds you accountable and believes in you and just keeps you going.
Okay.
So
Great.
yeah.
Well, you know, we both have acknowledged that this last week or so, we've really regained some momentum around, you know, our passion, what we care about, like what we set out to do. With that, with us, you know, creating some momentum, right?
That's right.
Where do you see the next couple weeks? I mean, you had one of the best ideas that, you know, we've had in a long time, to reset and do some goal setting. And Graclyn termed it. What'd you term it?
Monday mind mapping.
Monday mind mapping. So this.
What about the alliteration over here?
We are. And Monday mind mapping, as you may recall, we did a Fun Friday free for all on Tuesday. Monday mind mapping also happened on Tuesday. Okay. Tuesday might have been the day where we really broke through and we really got some momentum back in our corner. But with this Monday mind mapping, what was your intent behind that? And kind of, you know, taking that forward, how do you see the next couple weeks, month playing out based on the fact that now you've set intention and you've got a plan of action to go execute?
Yeah. It's all about like taking a step, right? Like we were in a rut, feeling negative, down and out, and we were like, yeah, we're feeling that way. And we just like sat there with that, which is, you know, it's necessary to feel it, go through it though, and then come out the other side. You know, sometimes it takes a little longer than others. And, you know, as soon as we were like, hey, I'm over this, I'd like to get myself out of this feeling and these emotions and, you know, continue to make progress towards our goal, then it was like, even just deciding was a huge thing. And then I think part of us deciding was like, okay, how are we going to practically put that in action? And it was coming up with an actual plan versus just, I mean, it's good to make the mental switch and put that intention out there. And then by putting the intention out there, really to take an action towards that intention, I think is what took us over the edge as far as getting positive momentum. And so with that Monday mind mapping, the biggest thing I took from it is like, take these goals, these visions, or whatever you want, and then break it down to the point of like, what can I do right now? You know, like, okay, you make the list. Okay, there's all these things that could be overwhelming, and then which one is something I do the next 30 minutes that puts the ball in motion, so to speak, of like making progress and taking that step. Because as soon as you do little pieces like that, you gain momentum, and then all of a sudden, you know, you're back and like, yeah, I'm in the groove. You know, I got my mojo, and all the things are happening.
I'm flowing.
Yeah, so I would say what I said next week, month. I mean, it feels good, and I feel like you got that sense of like, I'm doing it. I'm back on track. So I think, you know, as long as we stay in that vein of just, you know, like keep our eyes set on something, and whatever the little steps may be to get there, it may not be exactly how we think or what we think right now, but as long as we're holding it, we see what we're, you know, wanting to accomplish, the goals that we're setting, then we can continue to have momentum by just doing whatever seems right or feels right at the time that kind of gets us there. So big stuff.
Big stuff. Monday mind mapping. And we're going to share that with you all because we do see a lot of value in it. I mean, we're seeing it for ourselves in short order and have been seeing it. And every time we clearly state our intention and then develop a plan of action to get to where we want to go, I mean, we end up getting there, and it ends up, you know, being because we're able to focus on it. And so what you focus on grows brighter. I mean, and that's kind of maybe been some of our issue is we've been a little less focused on focusing. So we're getting back to that now. How do you feel about Greek food lately?
Guys, this is, I don't want to say a sore subject, but I feel like we've harped on it a little bit, and I feel bad for people that love and make Greek food, but it's just not really been our thing, you know?
Lately, we love the Greek food.
I love the Greek people. I love their heart and energy around the food and the hospitality, and I think that just the flavor variety is a little bit narrow relative to, you know, what my mouth craves. I like the heat. I like the spice. I like variation from meal to meal, you know, but I love it. I love it.
And in that vein, what kind of variation did we get this last week?
We had sushi and or a Japanese fusion 3 out of 4 nights in a row. So we found something we liked, and we hit that hard. So
that's how we roll, guys. You know what? If you find something that you're really craving or that you're into, I mean, just go for it.
Go for it. You know what? I thought of a question that I didn't get a chance to ask. If you don't mind,
please.
I'd like to finish on that one.
Oh,
because it's quite lovely.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So last week at the end of our I say last week. This was Tuesday, so 3 days ago. Our Fun Friday free for all. Reed was rushing off to a breakthrough, which again, maybe you're unfamiliar with it, but it's well, you can give a highlight of what it was, what it meant to you, what it is in general. We talked about this last week, so if you heard it, great. You can hear it again, and if not, let us explain it to you, and then tell us what your experience with it was.
Okay. Yeah. So a breakthrough is just essentially like a one-on-one with you're talking to somebody and they're kind of leading you through the process of helping you uncover or address something inside yourself that hasn't been healed, and bring it to the fore so that it's there and it's present, and you can address it in the present moment of it could be some trauma, it could be something that you've been ruminating on, it could be some trapped emotion inside you that maybe you've been harboring. It's oftentimes before you were 7 years old, or there's something that happened to you as a child, and what it essentially amounts to is in the moment that it happened, you told yourself a lie around what it actually was, what it meant to you personally, and then you've been living with that for your whole life. So breaking through is just a raising up of something that you've been harboring, that's been trapped inside of you, so that you can feel it, address it, and then heal it, and release it, right? I mean, that's the whole, you release your fears and your doubts and your lies around it, and also your just desires for whatever it may be as well, which is often the other side of the coin there, right? It could be, it could be love, or just affection, or a need for something. But so that's kind of what a breakthrough is. It's just a way to to really feel and heal what's inside you. And so I had my breakthrough. It was really more of just a conversation with a mentor and a friend. Shout out to Kirk. Thank you for that. It was really powerful because it just, as I was talking and as I was sharing from from my heart, what was inside of it, and kind of bringing to the fore what I've been dealing with and going through it. I mean, as you talk that out and you listen to yourself say it, and you have somebody who's consciously listening, and what that means is that they're really absorbing what you're saying, and they're there to stand for your highest and best self. The feedback that I got, and what really made a lot of sense to me was, we started out a few months ago with a very heart-centered purpose, a mission, so to speak. Say yes to adventure, yourself, and abundance, and spread light and love in the world, and live in love, not fear. And we're doing that with Fire Up Nation. And so, we've come a long way since then in building all this business. I think a few weeks ago we kind of got to the point where we had just so much going on that we kind of sat aside our mission and what was really like living from the inside out, and started to let a lot of outside in stuff come into play, like the more technical questions, more business related questions, more stuff like finance, accounting, compliance, whatever it is. And all of that really started to replace what we really care about and what we were focused on previously, which was, what was coming from our heart and the energy that we were bringing to the world in spreading light and love. And so, that was the big breakthrough for me, is just give yourself some compassion. You've come a long way, this stuff will get taken care of, but what is of primary importance? Let's circle back. Let's focus on focusing. Let's make the main
thing.
Yeah, let's, and now we can say, my goal is to make my main thing. And that's what
Love that.
I think that's what we're circling back to. And once we started to embrace that again, making the main thing our main thing, get recentered, regrounded on our focus and what the vision that we're holding is, then you can take steps, toward that vision. Whereas if you're distributing in all these different places, your energy and your focus, then you're pretty much going to get stuck. And so that's all along these lines of momentum, and that's the key to success. So now we're back in the driver's seat. We're knocking stuff out day by day, and we're getting that passion, that drive and motivation, because we remember our why. Why are we doing this in the first place? So yeah, I'm super psyched about the fact that we're back. We're back rocking.
It's good to be back,
we're firing back up. And that's it, guys. I mean, you can't be fired up all the time, but it's important to remember that you're the one that lights that fire. I mean, remember you're the ember. It's all within you, and that's the source of whatever you're going to be able to bring to this world. I mean, you have the power of the universe inside you, so when you're in doubt or when you feel trapped or stuck, look within you and ask the questions, ask for some guidance from the universe, and that'll get you back on track. So
all right, yeah. Well, that's a great way to end it. I think that was pretty powerful.
You don't have any other, you asked me one question.
Okay. What are we going to do after this? This is actually sounds shallow, but it's really good because you know what? We made a friend here at our place.
Oh, you mean immediately after our live here? Oh man, yeah. I don't want to keep waiting too much longer. Okay, good question. This is why Graclyn was trying to end it.
No.
But this is true, and this speaks to just how genuine and the generosity of the Greek people, and just how hospitable the culture is around here. When we checked into this hotel, the gentleman, they had a problem with their system. We had to wait a little while. But after we got all that sorted, before we were given the key to go to our room, he said, "No, sit down and have some raki with me." And raki is, kind of like, a nice aperitif. It's an alcohol that is very popular around this region, and it's very a communal type thing. They make, a lot of it's homemade, and his was a very high quality and homemade, and he bought it from a place that, generations making this. And then he also served us a whole plate of marinated fish, essentially, raw fish.
Like, it was like anchovies or like sardines?
It was like sardines, but like a larger sardine.
Very,
like
very good.
Varos or vosos sardines, and man, I mean, they're incredible. And anyway, we just walked back in. He's helping us, rent a car to drive around the island for the next couple weeks. And when we got back, he said, "I got you all taken care of. And you want to do some raki and have some fish with me?" We said, "Well, we gotta go do a live." Yeah. But other than that, yes, we'll be down shortly, and we're excited because it's just really nice. I mean, it's nice to share a plate, some raki, and some hearts with some people, and I guess that's what I'd leave the nation with here. Like, guys, just go out and share some plates and share some hearts with somebody. This was something that came up for us today when we were having some good conversations. If you open yourself up and you just kind of allow the people that come into your life to be there, I mean, it's a really wonderful thing, and it really leads to you feeling really engaged and just open to all the possibilities. And so I'm just looking forward. That's the yes philosophy. Right? Say yes.
That's right.
Meet some new people, have some new experiences. Go out there and get some adventures. So, yeah. So you want a closing question, or do I get a closing question, or how do you want this to go?
That was my closing question.
That was your closing question. Okay. Well, guys, what do you think about this shirt? I'm just kidding. This is Huron linen. Also, I wanted to show this. Yeah, guys. This was something that I was like eyeing all week. I got to give this to Graclyn. Yeah, check that out, right?
It's got a nice lengthy strap. for travel.
Oh man, I'm just saying.
These are our fun Chania purchases from yesterday.
That's right. Yeah, just get out there and treat yourself. Treat yourself a little bit, right?
That's right.
So yeah.
Sorry, was that a question? Oh, how do you like his shirt? We love it.
I mean, yeah, this is finally, I'm looking a little bit more Greek, including the hair that really needs a cut. But beyond that, guys, just have a great weekend, and get out there and live in love.
We love y'all.
We love you. We'll see you next week.